The girls, how you doing? Yes, we survived the heat wave. My goodness. Until the next one. Okay, right. Okay, what do we do today? What is the gossip about you? So that could be triggering. We know. It's good to put my hair in the darkness like that so you don't see the hair. I'm going to work on this one. I found the solution. Okay, one, two, one, two. Part number one, what's the gossip about you? Four of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Well, the gossip about you is people checking you out. They look at you wishing to be with you. They look at you wishing to be next to you, close to you, friend with you, whatever. Yeah, that's the thing, okay? But they can't because they have either their pride or the money entanglement, so they cannot really move towards you. Well, what they also see that maybe you reconcile with something you love doing, something you're very good at. The romantic side of your life maybe now is enjoyable. You've probably found love proper. After a very long period of difficulties, you had a karmic debt and you were just going through one trouble after another. And that's the thing, when you have a karmic debt, sometimes you just have to get on with it. But you also worked on your inner child and you were not shy doing the work. So what they will say as well, and maybe now you kind of resting because you deserve it. Maybe now you have your happiness. Finally, you either find your inner peace or find peace with someone who you truly love. One more. Yeah, now I was almost going to say it feels very much it's been like that episode when you have to go through so many swords. Yes, you probably went through a 10 of swords and now you have the ace of swords. You are all about justice, clarity. You never be more clear. And if someone trying to make you doubt yourself and trying to tell you that, oh, you know this, you know that, you know, good enough, whatever, you go back to you. Now you paid your karmic debt and maybe you re-fall in love with yourself. You have to love yourself a minimum. And now you are very much knowing that there is something better out there. You have that clarity, you know, okay? So for me, you either change job or you created some form of financial reward in a different route, in a different way, but it's suiting you very well. Beautiful, loving it. Okay, so let's have this one, but I think it's kind of straightforward. There is a hint of jealousy. I wouldn't maybe say jealousy, I would say maybe envy. But you've done the work. Anxiety. We surround you with a healing light of amethyst. Take a deep breath and breathe in the beautiful violet light. Feel your anxiety melting away. There is nothing to fear, there is only love. Yeah, you may have some residue of anxiety because when you had, obviously you grew up in an environment that was very difficult, challenging. Of course, the inner child in you was always in fear something was going to happen. You never really knew when he was going to be triggered, or could be all kind of violence or abuse. So you had that. I mean, it's probably making you very, very sensitive now, and you're very good with your intuition now because you feel people. But to be on walking on eggshell for so long may have created a response of anxiety, and you learning to deal with it. And by having the clarity that what happened in the past is not a reflection on you, it's a reflection on the people who were the abusive one. So you have that clarity, and you also learning to love yourself, to trust life, to know that you're being looked after. The universe doesn't leave you all alone, never. So because you know that, you're calming yourself, but there is a hint of anxiety. But let's also see the positive side of that. You're higher sensitive, so you may be very good with tarot reading, for example, or for recruitment or police. You kind of sense people, you can read people, and that is absolutely gorgeous to have, because you don't have to second guess yourself. You just know who is who. I want you. Yeah, I mean, some people, I would say, they wish they have you, but they don't anymore. They don't have access to you. They look at you wishing to be with you. Yeah, but you don't want them. Ouch. No. Clarity. Boom. That's it. Done. And when you're done, you're done. You can give a second chance, don't get me wrong, but you will not give a third one. Bingo. And I think you have to put some system like that in place. Like if it's not a clear yes, it's a no. That kind of things, Have some rules by which you function, and then you won't be disappointed. Oh, that is a rule. I have it. I know. I get it. Bingo. Sorted. Part number 2 is a gossip about you. King of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. So what the gossip about you is that you left a bunch of people, a group, someone behind. You redefine the I am, and now you choose self-love, self-care, or maybe you chose someone that loves you properly this time. So forget about this kind of people. You're just not into fluffing people, fluffing around, gossipers, superficial, people who don't do their work, because this one is simply not doing the work. I chose a strategy to be superficial, and that works for me. And that doesn't work for you anymore, that's for sure. So those kind of people are the kind of people you left behind. A certain form of me people. You know, they love putting selfies, or, you know, it's just every day is about them, or every day is about selling something to you. Every day is about me, and you're bored. You also know for a long time there's something out there better for me. There is another kind of people, another love, another job, another career, another place to live. You know, you have the knowing there is something. But the Pentacles sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, it's generally a slow energy. When you are more about the ones which is kind of quick and spontaneous and very passionate. But maybe you learn to balance the two. So you balance you balance yourself, and you recognize who is who, but you understand there's something you have to be full on with, and others you just have to stay quiet. You're building something, you have a project, you stay quiet about it, don't talk about it. You don't want to have people digging a little bit too much about your life, so you don't say nothing. You say nothing, you keep it for yourself, and that's how you normally process. One more. Yeah, you also remove the limitation of your mind. Because you were surrounded by a lot of you know, me people. Even though they were like, they used to sound like your friend, but somehow they didn't want you to succeed. You know, they wanted you to be challenged. And when they ask you how are you, it's not because they care, it's just because they want to know, do you struggle in any ways? Because they would love you to struggle. You know, some people like that, eventually you got tired of those people. I'm telling you, yeah, I am definitely tired of those. Time. Prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask, we are listening. Yeah, you're never alone, but you're comfortable in your own, you know, presence. You don't mind. You can take care of the I am. You have no problem with that. When you have a bit of anxiety, you know, you can ask your best friend, which is the universe. You won't have any more of a friend than the universe. The universe will take care of you, will look after you, so it's no-brainer. So when you have that support, life is simple, right? Life is simple, okay? When you are not listening to the noise of those me people, or that someone, you know, when you don't have that distraction or the noise of this one come out, you're focusing on you, and you can see the result. I left you before you could leave me. Well, that really doesn't matter, because that's the kind of people, you see, again, that kind of person doesn't want to get hurt, so they will be superficial. They will leave you before you can leave them, that's for sure, because they don't want to be the last one at the party, you know. So they will leave, they will go and be unpredictable and you know, untouchable somehow. But what you did, you told them something very precious, as to look after yourself and learn about yourself, and make mistake, but learn and redefine the I am. They don't have any idea of the I am. They would like to, but they covered it up with ego. George is here. Yeah, they're projecting an image of themselves. It's not the truth. Where you left behind some stuff, and you redefine the I am. You were suffering from your own limitation, but you worked on yourself. And that is the, you know, the advantage you have, that you're not afraid to wonder about yourself, to do the work, to be unsure, but open to something new, to open to a new version of yourself. And when you have that, 90% of the problem is all sorted. I think it's a good deal. On this, not a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.